Version 3.7 is just about to come out, and of course, this is really like one of those times where the banner details are actually pretty dang good, and I'm really glad I get to talk about it because I like the fact that 2 5-stars are basically as good as each other in their own different ways. You have one who's a main DPS and one who's a off-field DPS, which, yeah, they're both in different categories, but they're so good in those categories that it's really tough for me to choose. But we're also going to be talking about 4-stars. So today we are going to be talking about the Yoimiya and Yae Miko banners for version 3.7. What is going on, my dudes? Natasha here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And of course, if you guys like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. We'd love to hear your guys' opinions. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Yoimiya and Yae Miko are both really good 5-stars. I have been saying that. I've said it in my guides. You guys have seen the guides on the channel, so that's nothing new. And it seems like you guys agree too, because you guys have been really supportive with both of those build guide videos that I posted up. So I'm very happy about that. But we're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk about the banners themselves. And I gotta tell you, I'm actually happy and disappointed at the same time. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So, first character we're going to talk about, let's talk about Chongyun, okay? Now, Chongyun here, right? The blue-haired blunder was good in the first 2, maybe 3 patches of Genshin Impact. He has fallen off so hard. He's not that great. You can make him into a physical DPS, but in all honesty, if you're going to use a physical DPS, you might as well wait until Eula comes out. Chongyun is one of the units, and I feel bad about saying this, but he is one of the units I absolutely love to pick on because he's just not good in today's meta. He really hasn't stepped up. He hasn't aged very well in my personal opinion, and I'm sure there's probably like 5 or 6 of you out there that will tell me in the comments, but Chongyun's really great. He's really that good. Okay, but no, like, he gets outclassed by other cryo DPSs. He gets outclassed by other physical DPSs. I feel as though his cryo application is, you know, it's good, but, you know, you could get the same amount of cryo application from other cryo stars. So there's really no need for Chongyun. Plus, he's the oldest unit in this banner. So if you don't have a C6, it's either you're new or you just really don't summon that much. So there's that. But that's just my personal opinion. I know that there's people out there that actually do really like Chongyun, and more power to you. I just don't see it. I don't get it, in my opinion. Now let's talk about Yunjin. Yunjin has been a character that I've clamored for a long time. I've actually grown to really like her. But my issue with Yunjin in this banner, right, is the fact that she's in the banner with a pyro DPS and an off-field electro DPS. Now, why does this upset me? She is a booster for like physical attack damage, basically. And you're not really going physical with these 2 units, being Yoimiya and Yae Miko. So to me, that just seems like a massive waste. Yeah, you could use it for your Chongyun if you're building him physical, but at the end of the day, I just don't see the worth of it. So I'm kind of sad, but Yunjin is a great character in general for maybe your 2nd or 3rd teams. She does really well, and if you get enough constellations for her, she boosts your attack speed and boosts your normal attack. So she does really good in that sense, and I'm very happy for that. But unfortunately, having her on this banner really just doesn't make sense to me. It's very, I wouldn't say off-putting, but it's weird. It's a very weird combination. Now let's go ahead and talk about the new Dendro character, Clara. Now Clara here is a shielder for Dendro, and a lot of people are getting sick of Dendro, and I can understand that, especially when there's Geo that still needs a little bit more love. But I will say this is a very cute character. She's a Nekomata, she has 2 tails, she drives a car, like a little mini car, and she delivers parcels to everybody. She gives you a shield, and it looks like she's gonna be a lot of fun in that regard. What's really cool about this, and this is gonna be the selling point for y'all out there, this car climbs walls. Forget an amazing off-field DPS, forget a DPS in general. The moment you could climb walls with a car, I think that's just grounds for instant summon. But no, for real, I think that she might be fun. I don't think her shield is going to be that crazy good. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, she's going to be the second coming of Zhongli, even though we said that about Bailu, which Bailu I think comes closer than anybody else. But I don't think Clara is going to be that close. I think that she's going to be a good 4-star shielder. I think that she'll be better than Toma. There's that. But that's how I feel about Clara personally. Now let's talk about Yoimiya as a 5-star. Yoimiya, I talked about in my guide. I feel that she is highly underrated as a pyro DPS, and here's why. When you can combine her with a good team for Melt or Vaporize, she absolutely slaps. Yes, Bergeron doesn't entirely work with her, but you could still use Clara to get that Bergeron, or the burn in general, and it works really well. I think that Yoimiya, no matter what elemental reaction team you use, can do the job. She does an amazing job, and I feel that she is not appreciated that much by anybody. And it's sad because even I was like that. I admit this personally, when I first summoned for Yoimiya, I thought she was crap. I was like, wow, this sucks. Why would I want this character when I have Hu Tao? And in all honesty, there are times when I'm like, dang, Yoimiya can outpace my Hu Tao. With Hu Tao, you have your charge attacks and you have to have the C1. My Yoimiya, C0, can shoot and hit like 44k single shots with her bow after she uses the Hanabi skill that she has. I don't know, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I will say that skill is freaking nuts, and she deserves a lot of credit. So she's a really big pickup if you get her. But the problem is that she gets paired up with other great characters. Before, she was paired up with Kazuha. I can't remember the banners before this, but she's now paired up with Yae Miko. And I feel that this is a tough choice. Yae Miko is a great Electro Catalyst user who summons these Sensho bolts that do damage over time. And if you get her with a Constellation or two, I can't remember, I think it's Constellation 2, but those, or no, it's Constellation 1. Her bolts go from like doing, I think it's 3 damage multiplier to 6 damage multiplier, which is absolutely bonkers. And people were crapping on Yae Miko before when she first released, and honestly I'm really glad that she's as good as she is now, because I feel better about myself for summoning for Yae Miko when she first came out. I'm just saying, I think that she's a really good pickup. Now the question, should you summon for Yoimiya? Based on her alone, it's a yes. I think that she's great. However, you have to think about what's coming in part 2 with Kazuha. And Kazuha, I'm sorry, outshines Yoimiya and Yae Miko. But if you already have Kazuha, Yoimiya is an excellent choice, and I think that she's a great DPS and would work well with your Kazuha. So Yoimiya is a must summon for me. I think that she deserves a lot more credit. Now, on to Yae Miko. Yes, she is a must summon. I love Yae Miko. She's in the same boat as Yoimiya. If she's paired against Kazuha, Kazuha gets the win. But if you have Kazuha, this still works out for you too. Like, let's say you have Kazuha, Yae Miko, and Yoimiya. You have a pretty dang good team right there. It's not like obviously meta, but it still works like crazy. And then you throw freaking Clara on there just for funsies. You have a shielder, you got your off-field DPS, you got your support with Kazuha, and of course you got Yoimiya. But honestly, in terms of the banner as a whole, it's tough to say it's a should summon, because Chongyun brings the value of this banner drastically down for me, in my personal opinion. Yunjin works great, but Yunjin doesn't work with this team except for Chongyun. Clara is a brand new character, and her shield is not exactly the best shield out there. And then of course the 5 stars are fantastic. So it's a very big toss-up. I honestly think that if we're looking at this, you're brand new to the game, save your primos. Because while these 2 banners are good, your 4-star choices are not great for your 5-star, so you should save your primos, in my personal opinion. But it's a tough skip. These 5 stars are really, really good, and I wouldn't blame you if you summoned on them. Now, of course, everybody, that's going to be it for today's video. Did you like the content? Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Hit me up with a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinion on this video. And of course, hit the notification bell to be notified when the next Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail video comes out. But again, that's going to be it. Love you all to death. And as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Please take care. Be safe, y'all.